Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Hello and welcome back to another exciting return to the question of the week. It's THN Answer of the Week show. We're doing it on our site and on YouTube now. And I'm sure you know who I am. But folks, my name is Matt Baum. Sitting across from me on Zoom is our very own Joe Patrick. Say hi to kids.
Hello, it's me, Joe Patrick.
We have a special guest star this week, too. Mrs. Kacie Baum, Mrs. KGB, as we like to call her, is here. And she's going to talk about the answer of the week with us. Welcome aboard, Kacie.
Thanks. I'm going to be really bad at this, but hey, it'll be fun.
This one deals with more than just comics. So,
okay.
So, Joe, you want to set up the question real quick so everybody knows what we're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. This week's question was submitted by Phil Lee via the THN forums. I love when superheroes fight each other. Pardon me. He didn't say superheroes. He just said heroes.
Yeah.
But he did call it Superhero Deathmatch Time. What comic or cartoon characters that have never squared off should go Mano Y Mano?
Mano Y Mano.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mano.
And also, who do you think would win in that fight?
And we extended this to, it wasn't just comics. It moved on to like comics and cartoons and like fictional
Well, he specified comics and cartoons.
Yeah. So
because his suggestion was Thundarr versus Conan.
Which I think we all agree Thundarr wins, right? Thundarr has a sun sword.
Well, he thinks Conan wins.
See, I think that's garbage. But then again, we saw Conan beat up Wolverine, so who knows?
Is Thundarr
He is a barbarian.
cat?
No, that's the Thundarr cats.
Thundarr the barbarian.
He was a white guy.
Is he the one in that hey, what's going on video that goes around? Never
Nope,
mind.
that's HeMan.
That's Prince Adam.
Okay.
Who becomes HeMan.
Got it.
It's a great video, by the way.
So there was a lot of discussion of this that went around at Flywheel, where I work, actually, on our Slack channel. One of the guys heard the question, Drew. He actually just left because he got a kick-ass new job, son of a bitch, and I'm going to miss him. But he started posting a bunch of these. The two of my favorites that sparked the most discussion were Spider-Man versus Ilsa. Is that her name, Ilsa from Frozen?
Elsa.
Elsa from Frozen. And people are all like, oh, yeah, Elsa wins big time. Elsa. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, all it takes is her to just like freeze him and he can't do shit.
Do you know how many like different Frozen guys that Spider-Man has beat the crap out of?
Not Elsa. She's a woman.
Yeah, but she can like flash freeze stuff. He doesn't have any real protection against that sort of thing.
Iceman and stuff, and we've seen Spidey like beat him up. I mean, I don't buy it. I
have
think
we,
Spider-Man
Matt?
wins that
Search
fight.
your heart. When have you ever seen Spider-Man beat up Iceman?
He beat him. He beat him up into. What am I?
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, you just
I don't know.
Exactly.
That up.
I agree with that. I think Elsa could kick
But there's
Spider-Man's
plenty of
butt.
cold villains that Spider-Man's fought.
Like Mr. Freeze.
No, that's
Exactly.
Batman. He's Batman.
Oh, that's a different universe.
Yeah, whole different universe.
DC.
But Spider-Man beats up Mr. Freeze, no question.
Well, okay, I have a question. Why can't they like cross-contaminate and fight in this question?
I mean, they can. They certainly,
Yeah, that's anything goes in this
they
question.
certainly can.
Which is why you have Elsa fighting Spider-Man.
Right. Another one he posed was Popeye versus Wolverine.
Oh, shit.
I think Popeye wins that fight.
Wolverine.
No, you don't.
Wolverine.
I think Popeye wins. We've seen Popeye.
Wolverine.
In the Popeye cartoon gets freaky Superman strong sometimes. Like,
But Popeye is not indestructible. Popeye,
bullets bounce off him and shit when he eats his spinach. I mean, like,
again, I think you're making that up.
I
don't
am
think
not.
you have a firm grasp.
I'll Google.
Popeye's powers and abilities.
we have seen Brutus shoot Popeye. We've seen him drop cranes on him and stuff, and Popeye's fine. Like, borderline invulnerable. I think Popeye wins that fight. I think Popeye, if he wanted to, can pick Wolverine up and tear him in half.
I can't even with you.
I think he's Superman strong.
He's not Superman strong.
He might be. I think Popeye kills Superman.
I was looking to see if bullets could bounce off Popeye, and I think I found some really weird fan fiction about Popeye.
After he's done beating up Brutus, him and Wimpy
like-
cuddle up for some hardcore erotic.
They call Bluto Superman. It's like, so Superman saves Olive from falling from a building. He uses an umbrella for a parachute and floats to Earth.
What? All right, that's enough of this. Let's get to our first call. It's from Brian Domingos. He called us on Tuesday, bright and early.
Hey guys, it's Brian Domingos. Just wanted to call in and talk about a couple things. My quarantine has been going okay, as far as reading materials. Before everything kind of shut down, I did a big order with InStockTrades.com, and they sent a ton of stuff that was kind of on my maybe someday list. And now that there haven't been new comics for what seems like 2 years, I stocked up on some things that I wanted to read, and they're at least 40% off for most publishers, which is a good deal. I also have, since the end of March, started the process of, actually commissioned everyone, but I have a commission project of different artists doing the classic Wildstorm and Image character, Michael Cray, The Death Below, and they are turning out really great, and I've already received three of them, including our very own Joe Patrick, who did an amazing digital drawing for me, which I was kind of joking, and he did it, and I am so honored because it's amazing and one of my favorites. There's a whole bunch of them. They're on my Twitter, B Domingos, and there will be more as I get them, and they're great. And I thought it would be fun to find different artists that had weird, kind of quirky styles doing someone so large and brooding and kind of goofy, but even though I love him so much. So they're great and they're fun. And it's also, I think, nice to kind of give back and help support the community when they are in dire straits, and some people are losing gigs and not, picking up work that they were going to have otherwise. And I'm able to send them, hopefully not more than $100. Less is always better. But they've been good. And I also decided to get back into video games, and I downloaded Outer Worlds and was super psyched, and I designed my character for like a half an hour. And then I remembered that I get motion sick really easily. So that was a fun 20 minutes of me saying this is a huge mistake and I shouldn't have done this. And so now it's just clogging up my Xbox, and maybe someday I will play again. But that's where I'm at. And hope you guys are doing well, and talk to you soon.
Dingo.
Thanks, Brian.
Nice to hear
some
from
sweet
you.
words.
Yeah, he's got a big stack of stuff to read, so he's doing okay. He's playing video games.
I'll assume that his check to me is in the mail.
I assume so.
We did not discuss pricing, which I guess is on me.
Yeah, you're a terrible.
That's kind of on you.
You're a really bad business person.
Yeah, that's totally on you.
Yeah, like
Nah,
you don't
it's
have
just-
sex with them and then bill them later. Like you get the money.
Yeah, got to get your money up front.
Come on,
just like Pretty Woman, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
on his Twitter feed, though, your photo kind of kicks it off. I went to his Twitter feed once he said it to look at it. So, I mean, there it is.
That's awesome.
It looks good.
All right, I want to settle
Thank
this
you.
Popeye shit real quick because I just looked up his
Yeah, I got
powers
it right
and
here.
abilities.
I already called it up.
Already a pretty strong guy to start with. When Popeye
Yeah.
eats spinach, he gains unparalleled superhuman strength. Alternatively, he can gain the same level of strength plus regenerative powers, enough to survive being shot 16 times by stroking the wiffle hen Bernice. I don't know what that
What
means.
does that mean? That sounds like
yeah.
porn.
So Bernice is a character.
Yeah, and she shot
like
him.
a creature.
Not porn.
She shot him 16 times.
No,
So that
Bernice.
17th bullet.
Bernice
doesn't
is the wiffle hen that he has to stroke to get regenerative powers.
Oh, there we go. He strokes the
She is
hen.
like literally a chicken.
Yeah.
It's his penis, guys.
Oh, yeah. There she is right here. Whipple.
strokes his penis.
She's the whipple head. There you go.
Yeah, he calls it Bernice.
You guys are disgusting.
And he
You're making
strokes
me
it to
sick.
get regenerative powers.
Popeye wins that fight. I'm sorry.
No, Wolverine.
That's
Clawman wins.
yeah. It is not Clawman. That's
Those are
not
his
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him stroke his hen penis when he got his head cut off.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are monsters.
Wolverine's just gonna walk right up there and chop off his wiffle hen.
Popeye's gonna be like oink oink
All right,
oink
we're-
zooey zooey zooey.
Why
Does
is
his
he
wind up-
oinking?
That's
What's that?
I don't know. He does his and then like does up his like fist like Arsenio Hall when he's doing
Yeah,
that.
He doesn't
And
fucking oink.
Wolverine just comes through and just like slash decapitated.
No, his head wouldn't come off.
17 times
He's
after
too
it
tough.
would.
He's too tough. All right. While we are still here on the Google Voice line, let's do this other call real quick. I got her here. I don't know who this is.
Hello, caller.
Morning, gents. JD got a catch?
Oh, let me turn him down. He's crazy. Jesus, JD. Take it easy, man.
He's excitable.
I guess. He's an excitable young man. I'll say that.
calling from the Motor Lake House. Calling in an answer of the week. Guess we're talking about superhero or comic book character fights. Well, I gotta stay true to form here and go with the Ultimate Warren Ellis grudge match. Spider Jerusalem versus Elijah Snow versus Jenny Sparks versus Randall. Sorry about the end, guys.
What is going on with this dude?
Yeah, I know Elijah Snow and Jenny Sparks have fought in canon, but
It sounds like he's rolling around and crying, right? I can't figure out what's going on with JD.
just go with me here. The match ends up halfway through. Miranda Zero disappears, and the left notifies everyone that they're not really fighting. They're all on the network, or they're all on the frequency. But that's my dream battle there. But you know how I feel about Ellis. But other than that, so I hear Dan Slott's run is ending. I'm still a ways in. But he's running Iron Man.
What is
happening?
Is he lifting weights while he's talking to us?
His wife owns a yoga studio. Maybe she's having him some yoga. Or
It
something.
sounds like he's like working out.
Is he stroking his wiffle head?
It's okay. That's enough.
Bernice.
We are done stroking the wiffle hand.
What was I couldn't under? Who did he say he wanted to fight?
Spider Jerusalem and Elijah Snow. They are all characters. They're all comic book characters.
It was a Warren Ellis character death match.
Yeah,
so
basically.
he also mentioned Jenny Sparks. Somebody I couldn't hear half of it.
I know.
Something about Miranda Zero putting them all on the global frequency.
Yes, I don't know. And right now we're talking about Dan Slott's Iron Man. I think. Let's finish up here.
That is, it's been okay. I hope it reads better in large chunks because month to month, I have a hard time even remembering what's going on. You know? So, and I think, I got more feelings. I'll probably post them online. I got to get caught up, which seems like it's going to be more probable that I catch up to you guys because I don't know what's going on with your comments, but I'm like 4 months out from you guys now. I don't even know. So I don't know what's going on, but hang in there, guys, and I'll talk to you later.
I think JD had a microphone at the top of his pull-up bar, and every time he did a pull-up,
I think he was honestly walking his
he
dog.
talked to
or
us,
something.
and then he went back down and he did another pull-up. And I just don't know anything about that latest Iron Man run.
I mean, he's right though. It is just okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was so much stuff that I didn't care about in that, like Tony Stark invents a VR gaming system.
That seems below Tony Stark.
Right? And it just like
yeah.
It sort of like takes over the world because everybody wants to play it. And it turns out a hacker hacks it, like, because who could have seen that coming? And he's really powerful. It was just kind of dumb. And then
didn't Dan Slott realize that people stopped playing Second Life like a decade ago?
I know, right? And I don't know. Then we went into the 2020 thing with Arno Stark, and I don't know. I kind of fell off that. I read a few issues, and when Machine Man started threatening entire NICUs and killing like babies in
pediatric hospitals.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
And it was basically like, well, I knew that they were going to show up.
Right.
I knew I wasn't going to really have to do it.
Yeah, they were like, well, we can't even guess if he's faking it or not. Like, we can't risk it. And he was like, yeah, I was kind of faking it, but I did make the bomb and I did put it in here. But I knew you were going to come. But if you didn't, I would have killed all these kids. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus, dude.
He did make the bomb.
Yeah, that's still attempted murder. It's like, well, I knew the cops were going to stop me, so it's not a crime,
Yeah, like if you're, I forget who's who in Blown Away. Is Tommy Lee Jones the Mad Bomber? And Jeff Bridges is the cop, right?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Blown Away?
But yeah, it's called Blown Away.
Yeah, I vaguely remember what you're talking about.
IMDb that woman. Get on it.
I think that if you're Tommy Lee Jones and you build a bomb and still don't do anything with it, you're still going to prison.
I'm just going to tell you though, the first thing when you Google it is Carrie Underwood, Blown Away official video.
Oh,
then it comes up.
Okay.
Jeff Bridges, Tommy Lee Jones, Lloyd Bridges too.
Oh, Lloyd was in there.
Oh, hey, R.I.P. Lloyd.
Lloyd was Jeff's dad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Forrest Whitaker too. You love him.
I love Forrest Whitaker. I called him a gift last night when we watched Black Panther. And Casey's like, I don't know if he's a gift. And I was like, you're a racist.
That actually is exactly how it went down. And I was like,
That's how I found out my wife was racist.
Jeff Bridges' name in that movie is Dove.
His name is Dove.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, let's listen to Ryan Mount.
That's his last name.
Did you figure out who was a good guy and who was a bad guy? That was your job.
He works for the bomb squad in Boston.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he is the good guy.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones, he's like a strung out mad bomber kind of guy.
This is back when Tommy Lee Jones was too ugly to play an interesting good guy. They were like, nah, you're just too Hollywood ugly. You're going to be bad guy.
And he was Irish.
Who was?
Tommy Lee Jones says an Irish bomber escapes from prison.
Oh.
Prison. Garrity.
Oh.
1994.
So it's a political thing.
Okay, then.
Tis.
All right, Ryan the Mount with his answer of the week.
Hello, it's Ryan Mount, aka Hebrews on the Twitter, calling in for the answer of the week. Superhero battles, it might be a little bit of a cheat, but I'm going with Aquaman versus Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Oh!
You can tell I have a 2-year-old. I mainly wanted the original Topo to fight somebody. So that is my answer. Give me a 1950s, 60s style Aquaman, like Tom vs. Aquaman podcast. But Aquaman and Topo fight the Sea Witch. I would read that comic all day long. And a quick note on Dan Slott. I'm not anti-Slott. Superior Spider-Man was incredible, and I loved his run on She-Hulk. But I can barely keep up on his Fantastic Four, who are my favorite comic characters of all time. And I gave the new event a chance on Iron Man because Machine Man is in it, but I gave them away before I even got a chance to read them. I guess he just doesn't connect with me right now. So I remain indifferent to him leaving Iron Man. My hope is it's not so he gets a chance at Moon Knight, which was a long time rumor, because that'd be my top 3 Marvel characters from a creator who just doesn't excite me anymore. Thanks, nerds. Stay safe and wash your hands.
That's a good question there. Characters you used to love that just do not excite you anymore. That's a good one.
Pocket.
Well, creators, you mean, not characters, right?
He said character. Oh, maybe
No,
he did
he
say
said creators.
Okay. So
yeah, he doesn't
way.
want Slott taking over Moon Knight.
Yeah, both ways. It's a good question either way. I like
Can we
that.
go back to Ursula versus Aquaman?
Well, that's what we're about to talk about.
That's dope.
So, okay, this was another discussion that we had at work. Ursula, no, and not Ursula. It was The Little Mermaid versus Aquaman, is what he said.
No,
first.
he said Ursula.
No, he said Ursula
thought
from
he
The
said-
Little
No,
Mermaid.
he
Oh, I
said
thought he said
Ursula.
Ariel
No,
first.
there was no what?
Well, the discussion we had was Ariel versus Mermaid.
Well, that's not what his answer
yeah,
is. So
Ariel
let's
gets
talk
her ass kicked. All she does is sing and complain and grow feet, right?
Okay, no. But
Does
yeah,
she have powers?
No, but she
I
wouldn't
didn't
win.
think so.
But that's not the story of Ariel. Let's go back to Ursula, the one he talked about though,
The Sea
because
Witch.
the Sea Witch,
Ursula versus Aquaman. Ursula wins big time.
she has tentacles.
That's why she wins?
She's fucking evil, and she has like eel friends that do all sorts of electric work for her.
Let me ask you this. Is she a sea creature?
Yes.
And Aquaman has power over sea creatures? Is that right?
Now, hold on.
Well, she's like hybrid.
Is Aquaman a sea creature?
No, he's half human,
is-
half Atlantean.
Is Mira a sea creature?
No,
Like,
she's
he-
Atlantean.
He can control like lesser sea life forms. He
He
can't
could-
like
Like
Ursula is a
Sebastian.
sentient being.
See, but like we've seen Aquaman deal with plenty of like sorcery bullshit. without
Has
power.
Aquaman
You're
dealt
telling me Ursula's
with
going to win
True.
this
the
fight?
Sea Witch?
What are her powers? She's just a witch?
Yeah, she's evil. She's an evil Disney villain.
I don't know,
She
man.
can take things from people like voices and lives.
That
and then
sounds scary.
She can make people fat. She can make people thin.
Oh,
she
man.
can make them taller. She can make them smaller.
Yeah,
Those poor, unfortunate souls.
Matter transformation. That's
Yeah.
powerful.
It is super powerful. And she has evil people to do her work for her. She has henchmen in the form of
We're
electric
talking
eels.
about Aquaman, the king of the sea. He's got
Now, I
Neptune's
think that
trident.
Aquaman could dispatch. I think Aquaman could dispatch her eels
Easily.
with his mind powers.
All right.
And not just that, just kill him with his trident if you wanted to.
I mean, the guy was raised by dolphins. What are you gonna do? Oh wait, no. It depends on which version we're in the post-crisis version. I think they got rid of that part about his dad being the lighthouse keeper, and he was like literally raised by dolphins for a while.
Obviously.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
he
his
is such a
mom-
weenie.
his mom's a
Okay,
dolphin.
Maybe he's such a weenie that the sea witch kills him. I don't know. I think he beats Ursula personally, but
I don't know. I feel like that's a good match.
Didn't the Once Upon a Time characters beat Ursula on the TV show?
Yeah, but that was like magic versus magic, and there was like heart involved.
Aquaman is totally magic. He's got Neptune's trident.
But he didn't have the heart of the one true storyteller and hero. It's a whole thing.
God.
Don't even start to compare that.
Come on, man. He doesn't even have the proper ingredients to fight Ursula to begin with.
Anyhow. But I like that's a good one. I think that's a really good one. I like that one better than the Spider-Man versus Elsa. I get where they were going for that one. But this one, that was a good one because I don't know. Good answer.
Okay, we all
That's
agree.
a good out of the box
Yeah,
matchup.
totally.
We all agree that Ariel gets her ass kicked, though, right?
Well,
Yeah, Ariel's
she's worthless.
not a fighter.
He
no.
could probably control her too because she's half fish.
Ariel's the worst part of the Little
Right?
Mermaid, and it's her story.
Yeah, she
It's
is.
true. That is true.
She's a whiny brat the whole time. It's like,
Well, she can't talk for about 2 hours of
I
it.
don't
So
like being a princess. Oh, being super rich and white sucks.
you know what? Also,
like-
she's only supposed to be like 16.
Oh, really?
Yes, illegal.
Okay. Okay, we have 2 calls from this Icebox cast. What am I looking at here?
Ooh,
It's because he said sorry in all my excitement. I forgot to identify myself. It is me, James Madrano.
he should go by Icebox.
So the first one is the actual MP3. Let's do that one. Let's see. What we can
Yeah,
do.
correct.
Okay. Correct.
Skeletor is tired of losing to He-Man.
I hear
If
that.
Skeletor cannot beat him, he will make his problem disappear. Skeletor and Evelyn devise a plan to rid He-Man forever. He-Man is being thrown an appreciation party by King Randall and Queen Marlena. While walking among the people of Eternia, He-Man is stopped
I just want to stop. This is already the best call of the week.
by a man and his wife who wish to thank him. Being grateful for their thanks, He-Man smiles at them, and he says he is honored to help the people of Eternia. But in doing so, He-Man drops his guard. Flash! A blinding light distracts He-Man as the man and wife transform into Skeletor and Evil Lyn. They summon a portal beneath the feet of He-Man and banish him.
That is so
He-Man
Skeletor!
gone. Battlecat jumps out from the side to attack Skeletor and Evil Lyn, but they summon a portal that Battlecat jumps straight into. Battlecat is gone. He-Man reappears in a city he is unfamiliar with. He is greeted by a voice. Hello, He-Man. I have been promised great and powerful magic from Skeletor as a reward for killing you. And I will collect, because nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Deathmatch He-Man versus Juggernaut. And now we see 2 physical specimens go hand to hand exchanging blows that could level mountains. It's a fight anyone wants to see, a slugfest in its purest form. The collateral damage is great as buildings are being toppled, cars are being thrown, roads are being ripped up and smashed. The fight continues and the Juggernaut is relentless with his attack. With the power of the Juggernaut's hits to He-Man and the amount of energy He-Man is using, this fact emerges. He-Man is tiring, and the Juggernaut is not. Whoa. And it is then He-Man realizes 2 things. People are in danger, and the Juggernaut must be stopped. The Juggernaut grabs He-Man by the throat and slams him into the pavement. He-Man slowly gets to his knees, breathes out, looks up, and then he smiles. The Juggernaut says, "You look pretty happy, knowing that you are about to die alone." He-Man replies, "Oh, I didn't come alone." Battlecat leaps out of nowhere to surprise attack the Juggernaut, knocking off the Juggernaut's helmet. This gives just the right amount of time for He-Man to say,
By the power of Grayskull.
A recharged He-Man says, "Goodbye, Juggernaut," with telepathy. This startles the Juggernaut long enough for He-Man to administer an uppercut that could level a moon. It launches the Juggernaut into the atmosphere, never to be seen again.
Hold on.
He-Man and Battlecat come together after the hard-fought victory. They immediately begin to help the people. They also hope they will find someone on this planet to get them back to Eternia.
Oh, I love it.
What?
This guy
What a
writes fan
journey.
fiction.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. He didn't just tell us who would win. He narrated the entire goddamn fight. I loved it.
What? He-Man has telepathy?
Yeah, we've seen that before. Definitely, he's had telepathy with Battlecat and stuff, and yeah,
All right. Yeah. All right.
it's part of the thing.
Well, I know that he can talk to the sorceress and shit.
Yeah, I think she may have imbued him with that. I don't remember. But
I was waiting for He-Man to chop his head off with his enchanted sword, Matt Baum style.
Next time.
Oh man, I love that though. He-Man versus the Juggernaut. He-Man wins though, no question. He-Man wins.
Well, I like to think He-Man wins because I love He-Man. James, excellent call.
That was
Welcome
great.
aboard.
God,
he is
great.
a longtime listener and fan, first time MP3er.
Nice job. Welcome aboard.
And storyteller.
Speaking of
Man,
James, we
knocked it out of the park.
We got a Jimmy Randall here.
Oh, hello everybody. Jimmy Randall shooting in an MP3. I saw that Joe blew the horn of Gondor. He stuck it right in his mouth and gave it a good old blow, and I thought I'd answer the call. Yeah, shit. No, you know, things kind of suck at the moment. No need to talk about that, but yeah, whatever. Question of the week. Comic matchups, or you know, superhero matchups, whatever. Who do you want to see go against each other? I really have got a soft spot for Popeye. When I was growing up, I had a bunch of Popeye VHS tapes.
Right.
Oh, he was my original badass. Like, he was pretty cool, man. Like, Popeye didn't take no shit from nobody. I would really like to see Popeye fight Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah, they could actually. I think
Hold
it could
on.
be achieved quite
Wait,
well.
didn't we already answer
DC
this?
a few years back did those really good, like the Hanna-Barbera DC crossovers, and some of them were actually really good. The Batman and Elmer Fudd one by Tom King. That actually, it's up there with one of my favorite books of the last 10 years. But who would win between Popeye and Wolverine? Well, you know, like my great-grandfather always used to say, if Popeye fights Wolverine, no one wins. We all lose. I could see him sort of, you know, doing the old classic Mitch match, start fighting each other, then go towards the common goal. Maybe they team up to take down Bluto and Sabretooth, while Jubilee and Sweepy and Olive Oil watch from the... I don't even know. I got nothing. I'm sure you guys have better answers. I'm going to bed. I love you all. I hope you're all staying nice and safe. That's me. Jimmy out.
Jimmy.
Classic Jimmy.
I really needed him to like put in a vote on that one so I could fight with you guys.
Is that where that's where your thing came from? Did you know?
No, I didn't know he was going to say that. That was just when we
So
talked
that's
about it at work.
total coincidence that he came up with Popeye versus Wolverine?
Yeah, total coincidence. Like, I had no idea. I have not listened to this. I didn't know. That was just like the first one that was posted at my work, and everybody was like, Wolverine. I was like, nah, I don't know, man. I think Popeye wins that. Popeye's like fucking, when he gets going, he's like Superman strong.
Well, he's strong to the finish.
Yeah, because he eats his spinach. Yes. No, we got some written ones here too, right?
But we saved those for the post.
Well, yeah, we could talk about them a little bit.
But what
though,
if
just like
I
what
have
people
one
said.
that I will give to you guys?
Yeah, Kacie has one.
Lay it on us.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'm really proud of this.
Oh boy.
Okay. My death match is in ring right. Is that how they say it in boxing? Ring right? Right side ring? Corner.
In this
What
corner.
In this corner, we have J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man, editor at large.
Okay.
Then in your opposite
Editor
corner,
in chief.
opposite corner, another older white male editor in chief, Perry White.
Oh, wow. Perry versus wow.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Two white guys that work
It
in
is pretty
newspapers.
good.
I think
Boom.
J. Jonah Jameson wins just on the strength of his meanness alone. Because like Perry is voracious, but he's not straight up mean. And we have seen J. Jonah Jameson literally build a robot to try and kill Spider-Man.
Well, he didn't build it. He paid a guy to build
Okay,
it.
he paid, regardless. He put his face on the TV screen on the robot's chest while
Yeah,
it
the
was
Spider Slayers.
while it was murdering Spider-Man.
Oh, he also paid a guy to get turned into the Scorpion.
Yeah.
He has a long history of creating maniacal murderers.
Yeah. Whereas like Perry White's
He's just a guy. He's a crusading journalist.
He's a great journalist. He's a good guy. I also think Perry was always pictured like as a little more frail. Like he was always kind of older to me.
I never considered him frail, but I mean, he's definitely like, he's a heavier dude.
Right. Well, they're always like, Perry, your heart. Take it easy, man. Whatever. And he's like,
Yeah.
jump at
And
your
Jonah
Jehoshaphat.
is like, You've seen J.K. Simmons with his shirt off, right? That dude's ripped.
Well, and Jonah, everyone, it's like
surprisingly ripped.
Kind of wanted him to die, I think.
Almost upsettingly ripped, I would say. J.K. Simmons.
It's interesting. That's a good one, guys.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. I got to give it to Jonah.
Yeah, I think Jonah wins that one, though. Definitely. I like newspaper.
All right, well, I've called up the written answers if you want to talk about them.
Yeah, what? Just give us a few shots of what people had. Let's just wrap through it a little bit. We don't need to read the whole thing.
All right.
What do they got?
Yeah. Frank Cirillo says, I want to see Popeye, once again, demolish the Brady kids.
Like the Brady Bunch?
The Brady kids, yeah.
You just like Popeye murders the Brady Bunch.
Now, here's the deal, though. I think the Brady Bunch kids would just annoy the shit out of Popeye.
That's true.
And just cause him to like, I can't deal with this anymore, and toss himself off like a building sans spinach power.
Popeye definitely has like a softer side too. Like when he showed up, I don't think he's going to kill these kids.
I mean, he's got like a little baby. You know? He's a dad.
They're just a bunch of little kids.
I mean, they're teenagers, so they're assholes.
That's true. You might kill
Jimmy Randall also wrote, I'd like to see a fight between regular dudes from comics, Rick Jones versus Jimmy Olsen.
Rick Jones wins.
Oh, poor
Rick Jones wins. He was trained by Captain America.
Yeah.
He was Bucky for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Rick Jones wins hands down.
Jimmy has no chance in hell.
Jimmy Olsen couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag.
Now, however, Jimmy does get superpowers and gets turned into monsters on a fairly regular basis.
Every once in a great while, yeah. But that's
so
only
like if he turned into Turtle Boy or something, Rick might not.
Doesn't Jimmy only do that when he's trying to kill his best friend Superman?
Well, he's just getting back at Superman for that time he tried to marry him to a gorilla.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
So I think those were the only two written answers we had.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That was a fun one.
Other than the one from CJ Dan on Facebook says Mark Miller's Nemesis versus Deadpool.
Ooh.
It's an out there one. So Nemesis is basically evil Batman.
Right. I think they've kind of established that like Deadpool is one of those unbeatable, like even when you rip him apart and cut him up and shoot him into space and he still comes back a thorn in your side or whatever, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the Joker with more guns kind of type thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that Nemesis dude is definitely a badass. I mean, I'd give it to Nemesis just because he's Batman, more or less.
But he's also like depraved because didn't he do shit like force a senator's kids to have sex with each other and then he planted a bomb in her womb or some terrible thing like that?
I can't remember.
Bomb.
It was awful. It was awful.
It was a whole thing. There was like a bomb in the fetus or something. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
He was a very bad guy.
But I do agree. Like Deadpool is sort of like. He's kind of an unstoppable juggernaut in his own way.
Right.
He's just too
he's too crazy, like unbeatable lunatic type thing or something. I don't know. I'd still give it to Nemesis though because he's smarter. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so in Deadpool number 2 of his first ongoing series, the Joe Kelly series, he's able to beat Taskmaster in a fist fight. Because Taskmaster can't read his moves.
Right. He's like, let's get wacky then. Wow.
He's too random. Yeah.
Right.
And I think if you can't predict, what he's going to do, then you've probably lost.
I just watched that Rick and Morty where they went to HeistCon in space after Rick accidentally built HeistBot that was stealing everything in the universe. And then he built Randomizer Bot, but HeistBot switched with RandomBot. And everything was like, oh yeah, well my heist planned for this. He's like, oh yeah, well this was so random you couldn't plan for this. Like, unless I planned for this. It's so great. Okay, this is ridiculous. We had a good time. Thank you to everybody that called in and wrote in. You can hit us up at 402-819-4894 with your answers. You can shoot MP3s to twoheadednerd@gmail.com with your answers. And we're posting all kinds of questions to talk about all week. So watch our Twitter, watch our Facebook. That's mainly where we do business. And we're going to be asking questions we want your answers to. So let's hear about it. Speaking of which, we've got one right now that's all set up. It's on the show.
Yeah, it's true. This week's question was submitted by Joe Benkus, aka Casual Comics Guy. Real life cameos. What is your favorite time a real life person appeared in one of your favorite fictional comics? Was it Barack Obama in Meeting Spider-Man? Was it Muhammad Ali punching the crap out of Superman? Who is your favorite actual flesh and blood personality that appeared in the pages of a comic book?
There's so many that I hate. I have to come up with one that I like. That's going to be hard. There's so many bad ones.
That's a good question.
I think we almost have to pick like the best bad one or something, Because like even when Obama met Spider-Man, it was super cheesy.
Well, sure.
It was super cheesy.
I mean, can I answer that now?
Sure, if you want to.
Tim Gunn from Project Runway and Making the Cut when he showed up in the Marvel Iron Man comic.
That's right.
He was in
do comic.
Yeah.
Tim Gunn showed up in Iron Man?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Not in that. They did it was like a special thing.
Still cameo.
It wasn't like in the main book, but yeah, they did a crossover with, what is it? Is it Next Top Model?
No, Project Runway.
Or is it called Making the Cut?
It was Project Runway.
It was Project Runway at the
Project
time,
Runway.
but yeah, it's Making the Cut now.
It was America's Next Top Pirate.
I believe that's right. All right, this was fun. This is gonna be posted real soon here, and you can go listen to it on YouTube. You can check it out on our site where we have all the written answers too. You can play along.
If they are hearing this, they have already listened to it on YouTube.
Oh, I suppose that's true. I'm just saying from future reference. That's where you can find Two-Headed Nerd on YouTube and listen to it there also. That's all.
Thank you, Kacie Baum, for appearing.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thanks for having me. That was fun.
All right, we're gonna get back to some Sunday cocktailing. I'm gonna bounce this down and get it taken care of. So for now, this is the Two-Headed Nerd signing off.
Adios.
Bye.